This is a very special day. The breeze took the clouds all away. It swept the sky like a broom and got ready for a very special day. This is a very special time. Show me a hill I can climb. Give me a mountain to move, and I'll prove that it's a very special day. I woke up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet, that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day. Up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet, that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day.
And a very special day it is. It is a terrific Thursday. That means my partner in crime, my co-host this morning, Autumn Scott Hall. Good morning, Autumn.
Good morning.
Happy Thursday. What a beautiful morning.
Oh, what a beautiful morning.
I've been on a ballad
kick.
beautiful
day. Ballad kick today.
Oh, I
I'm for
love that.
family.
I love that.
I've been singing ballads all morning.
Well, why not, right?
Well, you know, so I do not every day. I don't want to be a liar, so not every day.
No,
but
because we got to
because I'm
follow
not a
that.
liar.
Wait, I lied.
I lied. But I sing my kids awake.
You know that.
Yeah, so I do.
Yeah.
I sing my
Yeah.
kids awake. They each have their own song.
Yeah.
But I was on a ballad kick today, so I was actually even singing ballads to Justin.
I love that. Well, you know, I always...
He does not love it.
That's just a little perk, a little bonus he gets being married to you.
He
know what I
doesn't
mean?
love that. He's like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
It was in the vows. You must sing to me every day.
I was like,
sing
well,
to me.
That's what happens
I
when...
feel like Phantom of the Opera. Sing to me.
That's great.
Sing to me.
That's great.
Yeah.
Actually, I never understood Phantom of the
Oh,
Opera, but
I will go
some
over
of the
it.
music
I'm
is great.
obsessed with it. It's my favorite.
I mean, I've seen it.
I've seen it so many times, and I've seen it in every. I mean, like I've seen it every venue.
That's
and
great.
I'm telling you, I think the best venue is Louisville. I think Louisville. Louisville, Center of the Arts. I tell you, they got it going on.
They really do. They're
rock.
good.
They
do.
really are.
I
and
agree.
I've seen it in some really mighty, places. And
Well, you know, a couple years ago, we went up to Cincinnati to watch a...
yeah. Oh, you did. I remember that.
And I'm, and it wasn't bad. Like, it was good. So I'm not... It was good, but
right.
I just thought... Same thing is going to be in Louisville this year, and I thought, well, maybe I could have just waited.
Yeah.
But we had a good time. But I think Louisville does.
They
They
are
do a
fantastic.
great
They
job.
really do. They do. And I'm not knocking the others. It was a good
no.
Phantom is like pizza. It's like you really don't ever find a bad pizza.
Yeah.
It's like a good, but it's still Louisville just got it going on. Yeah. So
Hometown
anyway,
heroes.
now I'm going to be singing Phantom of the Opera.
There we go. You know who else are hometown heroes?
Yes, we do.
Our coffee club sponsors: Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Teas and Tumblers, Fox Pearly Wealth Management, Boys Barbecue, and Leader One Financial.
Yay!
Look at that. We're back on the list.
Yay! Back by
is
popular
Thursday.
demand.
Yeah.
It is
now I
Thursday.
got all my stuff straightened out.
Yeah. So did you do any shopping on Amazon Prime?
No, you yelled at me Tuesday when I
I
was
did not.
scrolling.
No, well, that was because during. Wait, hang on. My time, right? Eyes on me. Eyes on me. Eyes on me.
No, I did not.
Now I'm going to do what you've not seen. Bugs Life. You know, keep your eyes on, eyes on me. Eyes on me. Okay.
Yeah, no, I did not do any Amazon Prime shopping.
But look at you.
I don't need anything.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're going to
I'm
find
trying
out.
to be, not so frivolous with.
Well, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
This is what I get told. A bargain is a bargain only if you need it.
Yes, or if you have the extra cash.
Yeah, true.
And all my extra cash is going to other things.
Yeah, you're in the thicket
things.
of things. You are in the thicket. Yeah.
School's getting ready to start back.
The most wonderful time.
Yeah, so that's
back to school shopping. Yay.
Yeah, and my oldest was already like, hey, I really need clothes. Like,
he needs clothes. I need clothes. I need clothes.
And I'm like, okay, so funny story about clothes, off subject.
Oh, I know. No, hang on. I'd love to talk clothing. We can do this. I can have this conversation.
I looked the other day. Now, keep in mind, my oldest child is now touching 6 foot tall.
Crazy.
He's still wearing clothes he had in the 3rd and 4th grade.
Okay, it's time to go shopping. I might need to go with you.
So when he's like, Mom, I need clothes. Like, he's not wrong.
No.
He's not wrong. He needs.
He's legit in his demands.
Yeah.
Or his
I'm like, yeah, you do need some clothes. I guess I should be a good parent. So.
Right. Well, here's the thing that I always used to think. Okay, because let me go back years ago. School shopping's taken a different turn. Years ago, like when you go school shopping, like when I was in school, like we would get more kind of your fall stuff. Like you'd start getting kind of your fall things.
Yeah, but now school starts so early.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we're just like into summer stuff, shorts,
right,
and things like that. So,
and what works for me is my kid wears shorts year round.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I mean, he does. He wears shorts year round. He may throw on a hoodie or something. But yeah, that was, you did fall, and that's why the September calendars always had the back to school, teacher stuff.
Yeah.
Now some schools even start in July.
Well, I know there are some that it's already started. Yeah, I've heard of that. Some private schools that have already started. Yeah. But I think the thing that now, and this kind of works out to an advantage because you kind of have those end of summer sales,
Kinda,
and then you can do a little bit of back to school shopping. I think back to school shopping is different than what it used to be.
Yeah.
And I don't think as many people I think now we do like our supplies and stuff like that. I don't think as far as clothing, I think that's kind of one of those things that we just kind of maybe don't emphasize as much.
Yeah. Well, and nice thing is, you walk into Walmart and they already have the school supplies bins in the middle.
Yeah, Brad said they've started that.
Yeah, my kids are ready, and I'm like, oh, but look here, Salem Community Schools, K through 2nd, they provide your stuff.
I know.
So
isn't that a blessing?
It is.
Yeah.
My youngest is a little upset though, because he's like, well, I don't get to go to school. So I'm like, look, the school's taking care of it.
Yeah, I know.
And I have mixed feelings about that. It is a blessing. It is a huge blessing.
And our food,
cafeteria,
yeah, I'm very tickled about that.
Very excited, because I believe that now extends all the way, K through 12. Free breakfast and lunch at Salem Community Schools. Wonderful. Because, it adds up, especially in that middle and high school when they get to do that a la carte.
Absolutely. No, I know that. Well, before, let me go back years ago when mine, also, if you don't have the cash, you got to, get this cash, and mine, like if you gave them extra, they're not going to, they're going to burn through it.
Yeah, with a la carte.
Every what do you want, at the friends table? What all you guys need? What do you want? You want one of those?
Yeah,
I'll get it.
Kid does that.
You know what I mean, right? So you have all this extra, and then you're trying to, plan out your meals and stuff. Yeah. I think that's a blessing, and I love that. I don't want people hungry. You know what I mean?
Well, and realistically, on a child standpoint, if your kid is hungry, they're not going to learn.
No, that's exactly
that.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, where we're at, there are some kids that's the only meal they get.
I know.
And that not only do they get one, they get two.
Yeah.
And so thankfully they get two.
Absolutely.
So that is a huge blessing.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, back to school shopping in full throttle, and
I'm gonna have to do that. School starts in 3 weeks from today.
That's crazy.
3 weeks
Where
from
did
today.
Go?
Well, we still have summer. We're just now starting school earlier.
I tried to tell Brad that summer was over.
Summer's not over.
Oh, I know, and he's not. No, he's not going to
Uh-uh.
accept that because he's got that pool.
I'm
going.
halfway considering sending letters to our legislator saying, forget testing and push school back to September.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
But you know,
All right,
that's
we'll
just
see.
my personal
We'll see
opinion.
if you make any. Well, you know what? If you feel like
Wow.
Yeah,
Don't complain.
explain.
Be a problem solver. I always tell my kids, be a problem solver. You're not
Yeah.
a victim, be a problem solver.
Well, I think that's very good because if you have a problem, then if you have a solution, please tell that
Share
solution.
it.
Share
I
it.
sent this comment the other day. I gotta go find it because it's a really good comment, and I think I'm gonna put it on one. You know, you can order your own posters.
Yeah.
So I think you can move on while I'm looking because I talk to this person a lot, so I have to scroll through a lot of messages.
All right. We're on to the 13th day of July. Today is. Let's find our celebrating.
July 13th.
Isn't it? No, I know. We're almost halfway in the middle. I know. Isn't it crazy? Crazy. Barbershop Music Appreciation Day. I guess I know. You know.
Hello. That barbershop
I
quartet.
know. I was thinking of the Haunted Mansion. Remember how they?
Oh,
those heads. Remember how they do?
yes.
That's like
Yes.
the barber. I love barbershop. You know what I mean?
I think it's fun. I think we miss.
I do too. You know, and they got a little pep. It's like a pep in their step, and they've just. I mean,
Yeah.
they've got their little coats on and the little bow ties, and they're just
Yeah.
singing their hearts out. I love that.
This is what I'm gonna put on the poster. I just found it.
Okay.
If you see a lack, fill the slack.
Ooh, I love that.
Isn't that great?
I love that.
That's an Autumn Paulism.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
And mine is not complaining, just explaining. I have people that say that all the time that they pick that up from me.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
I love that.
You can borrow that, absolutely.
You can have it.
have it. Barbershop Music Appreciation Day, love that. Beans and Franks Day. Do you ever just roll out?
Oh, I need to make my kids beanie weenies.
Yeah, I forget about that.
I do too.
And then it just shows beans with with
We ate beanie weenies a lot, and I loved it.
it's not even bad. Yeah, good protein. Look at the protein you're getting, right?
I should make that.
Yeah.
I should go all out and just make that.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, really, it's not even going all out. It's dumping a can in a pan and chopping up some dogs.
I'm going all out, guys. Okay. Act like you know what you need to do. Send them in the other room, and you need to sit down and enjoy your book, or eat your cup of coffee or whatever.
I've been
and
cooking all day
long.
You can even put that in the crock pot.
Absolutely, and they have no idea. They have no idea how long that has been fixing, right?
I think I have those two
Now,
ingredients at home right now.
Hang on. Now, let me tell you a little bit. Let's kick this up a notch. Let's go a little deeper into this. If you put like some mustard in there,
Well, yeah.
and maybe some brown sugar or some barbecue sauce. Hang on, no.
I don't like
okay.
sweet meat.
What? I'm just saying your kids might.
You could, but
I don't do the brown sugar either, but I do the mustard.
Yeah, some people do.
The mustard, or you could do a spicy mustard. Hello.
that'd be good.
Hello.
Yeah, my kids like spice.
Well, there you go. Kick it up a notch, right?
You might do that.
Yeah. And
Beanie
then-
weenies
That's
tonight
right.
on the menu. I'm sure Max's conditioning partners would love him coming with having beanie weenies.
Oh my God, I
for
love
dinner.
that. I love that. Think if
It's
you have a little
already so
container.
hot in that wrestling
Think if you have a
ring.
little container. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Yeah.
They'd
Yeah.
kill me. They'd be like, he would not taper well.
Yeah. I remember one time in school, macaroni and cheese, this girl brought to cheerleading practice, and she had it in a little container. I remember eating macaroni and cheese, and I was like, well, and it looks so good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And,
We have thermoses. You can put it in thermoses.
well, you can do the hot dogs in
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
like-
You could put it in a thermos. And,
Yeah.
I mean, they don't eat. He's not going to eat there. He'd have to eat before he goes.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying they may not appreciate him having beanies.
Oh, I
and weenies.
didn't catch that. I'm a little slow train over here.
Yeah, it's hot in that room, and they contort in all different directions, and that may not work. That may
No.
not be well.
Might work to his advantage, though.
It might,
Just the
might.
opposite. All right, I wasn't picking up what you were throwing down.
There you
Autumn. All right, embrace your geekness day.
That it's amazing over the last, I would say, decade how
Yeah.
being a geek is now cool.
Yeah. I was
You know,
country
you
before
have-
country was cool. I was
Yeah.
a geek before geek was
You have
cool.
like Geek Style, Geek Squad, Geek
Oh
like
my goodness.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh.
Like, you
yeah. That car they drive,
know. Yeah.
It's like-
So I think, hey, well played. Good for
Yeah.
them.
Embrace your geekness day.
Yeah.
Fool's Paradise Day. Fool's Paradise.
I'm not really sure what that means. Is it like paradise that only a fool loves, or
I don't know, I don't know. Fool's Paradise.
I enjoy paradise.
I've heard of like Fool's Paradise before.
I'm googling it to
Yeah?
see if it's a real place.
right?
Okay, I'm looking. Where's your favorite? What's your idea of paradise?
Ooh,
Becky?
I know. Oh gosh.
What is your idea?
You already got yours, so let me think on mine. Go ahead.
I don't have mine.
Oh, I thought.
So I would think. I guess Fool's Paradise is actually a movie. Oh no, it's a new movie. Rated R. Let's not. We'll
Well,
move
no,
on.
that's
We'll
not.
move on.
I think it's talking about Fool's Paradise. I think that's not referring to that.
Yeah, but when you Google it, that's the first thing that pops
does
up.
it? Okay.
Is this?
I think it's like whatever is like means a lot to you, right?
I'm gonna look. Fool's Paradise Day, because surely it's not after this brand new movie.
No. Our stuff is over.
It is a day. This is good. So this is why it's a Fool's Paradise.
Okay.
It is a day to forget the worst sides of reality and embrace the fantasy world of our thoughts. To normalize this and insert the importance of having a happy place to go when things get dark and out of hand. So it's not an actual place you go to. It's a
Mental.
It's a mental thing.
Yeah.
It's a I can't maybe physically be on the beach with a drink in my hand, but I can mentally go there and relax.
Yeah.
So that's Fool's Paradise. You know what? I'm on board with Fool's Paradise. Then.
I am too. No, and I think we have to do that. I think that's
Yeah.
almost like a defense mechanism that we use. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? In order to, I do that. That's.
I love that. I have
do
Fool's
that.
Paradise every day.
I was going to say, I'm in that every day.
When
yeah.
it's dark and dreary, and I just say, "Go to the sun. Go to the sun.
Go to the sun.
sun."
Or go to the beach. You know,
Yeah.
I think the it's funny because they said that like if you go to a beach and you bring like your Bluetooth to listen to, you're
Oh.
missing
The sounds of the
ocean. You're
Absolutely.
missing out. So I thought, I think the paradise to me, I think maybe let's have an ocean.
Yeah.
Let's have some really pretty sand.
Okay.
Okay.
White quartz sand, like on the Gulf. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you have that quartz sand, it doesn't burn.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's why Siesta Key and those Gulf shores are so popular because it's actually quartz.
Okay. So it's
So,
not going to burn you.
It doesn't burn. It doesn't get hot.
Okay. So we have the white sand.
Yes.
Okay. And then let's have let's have a drink in our hand.
Yeah.
A pineapple. Something fun. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
something
Pineapple.
fun,
Pineapple.
something tropical.
Yeah. And let's do how about coconut shrimp or shrimp? You don't
Well,
eat
you
shrimp.
can have
You
the
don't eat
coconut shrimp. That's
Yeah,
okay. I
you
will
don't-
take the key lime chicken.
Oh, I could have some of that too. Or a fajita.
Yeah. Oh,
Or
I'd do
fish
fajita.
tacos. Oh,
I will do whitefish actually.
Okay.
Like I don't mind. Justin, just like so when we go to seafood, this is one of the benefits of him knowing me so well. I'm just like, can you just order for me something I'd like?
oh, look at you.
Yeah, because he knows his fish.
Yeah,
Like he
yeah.
loves seafood, so he knows fish.
Mhm.
And so he knows, he's like, well, you'll want to order this, you'll like it, it doesn't have a fishy taste. And
Okay.
I'm like, just do it for me.
Yeah.
So sometimes I wonder if we go to restaurants if people are like, oh, he's an overbearing, controlling person, won't even let her order. You know, I thought that
Poor
sometimes.
girl, poor lady.
Yeah,
so then they blink once if you're okay.
Yeah, no.
Remember Britney Spears, blink if
Well,
you're.
and
if
he
you
knows
need help.
me. So a lot of times I will, like, go to the restroom or something
Yeah.
so he can order for me because I'm
Yeah,
not
there's
there.
nothing. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
As long as you get it right, and as long whatever works, you know.
Yeah.
But I think that would be really nice, and I think
Yeah.
then just like a day where it's hard. I think that you and I are wired, and there's several of us that are like this, wired that like we work and our work ethic is so there that it's hard just a little bit to realize.
To relax.
Yeah, it's
I have
like
a trouble relaxing even in yoga.
it's hard to realize that this is it's a training process. You have to train your body to say, okay, this is
Yeah.
okay. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean?
So in 2020, that's the COVID year,
Yeah.
we took my niece for her senior trip to Siesta,
Yeah.
and Justin would not let me take my laptop. And he kept the kids at home. It was me and my sister-in-law and my niece, and
Love that.
you know. And so we did go, and I did not have any kids to worry about, and I did not have my laptop to worry about. And I remember being in like a floater thing in the ocean, or actually maybe I was in a chair, I don't know, but like I actually for the first time was so relaxed. This is a little embarrassing, but like I started crying. Like I started almost bawling on the beach.
Oh wow.
Because of how relaxed I was,
Uh-huh.
and just the overwhelming thankfulness
Uh-huh.
of that I actually like was messaging him. I'm like, I can't talk because I'm calling, but thank you. So, you know, like
Aww.
it was, but yes, you're right. When you get so stressed and so, you know, focused on stuff, to actually relax, like to have that released it's very overwhelming.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So.
Well, I think too, and of course I like a good pool too. I'll take a good,
I will take a pool
nice,
day.
you know,
I've told Justin
cement pond.
my thing is water. Like I love the ocean. Don't get me wrong.
I know.
But I don't have to have a beach and an ocean.
Yeah.
I'm okay to go to the mountains. I will go to the mountains.
Take me to,
but
I love the mountains
I need
too.
a lake or a river.
Yeah.
Like mine's water. I have to have some type of water.
Yeah.
And maybe because I'm a fire sign and it has to extinguish that, perhaps.
Well, I'm Pisces, so
you're a water sign, so that's okay. I mean, so that's probably why water speaks to you, and that's good. But
it screams to me.
It screams. But I like water kind of to, put out that fire.
Yeah.
But I just need water.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sometimes when it's really dry, I'm okay with the little puddle in the driveway. Like, just let me stare at it. I just stare at the muddy puddle.
I just got to see this. Well, I think, you do bring up a good point because, hang on, of course, we're going into Shark Week. Not yet, not start. Well, you know how I feel about that.
I know.
And I've had that shark encounter.
Yes.
And so I must say that I'm a little bit hesitant on jumping in that water anymore.
Right.
Okay. So when you come up on a shark encounter, and you've had, one-on-one, when you've come one with a shark, you don't really ever want to do that again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You count your blessings and you realize.
And you watch your surroundings and you don't jump in the water with chums.
Which, they've been doing big stories on that. They're trying to, tell people not to do that. I knew it was wrong, and I'm from Indiana. I'm thinking, how
you did.
And I kept.
You do look very. I love what you're wearing today. Speaking of Indiana, you look very cornstalkish. I love it. I'm not even mad. Like
I'm swaying in the wind like the corn.
The corn.
Oh, I love that.
I do. I do.
I've been feeling like a corn stalk over here. I love that. And
it's the green earrings that remind me of the corn leaves.
I am so happy you noticed that because I did. I thought of that when I put this on
little
the green
yellow
earring.
gingham.
Yeah,
it's like
the green earrings.
Corn kernels. It's Indiana.
Hey, there's more than corn in Indiana, okay? Right? But hang on, we love our.
I love it. I'm not mad.
I know. I'm glad you noticed that attention to detail.
I do. Yeah.
Madam Scott Hall, you picked up on that.
Anyway, sorry. Paradise, Fool's Paradise.
Okay, so I have to agree with you on that, though. Going back, I love a good mountain. Oh,
yeah.
And hiking, and and like you said, with the river or a good hot tub. I love a hot tub in a mountain.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
right?
but I want a river. Like, if I'm going to go...
which I did have a bear encounter, too. See, remember, nature's really come and showed me.
It's Pocahontas. Your inner Pocahontas is coming out.
I'm telling you. It's like...
I'm okay. Like, but we have been... like, Oregon, I think, is beautiful. That you get into that Northern California, that Oregon, where you have the best of both worlds. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, it's a different beach. Like, those beaches, and even, like, I have never been to New England, but I have heard, like, even the New England coast, they're not sandy beaches, they're rocky beaches.
Oh, yeah.
And I have been to Washington, and it is a different beach. Like, that's not water you're going to go swimming in October.
Yeah.
But the visual, you have the mountains and the ocean. And that, I think, is beautiful.
Absolutely.
So then you get the best of both worlds. But if I have been to Arizona, and they have mountains, but they don't have water. And so it's like, it's beautiful. The Grand Canyon is beautiful. That's all wonderful. I'm glad I got to see it, but that's not going to be someplace I repeatedly go because there's no water.
Yeah.
And I don't care how beautiful it is. If I don't have water, it's not relaxing for me. Mm-hmm. Now, some people hate water and they love that. And hey, that's the beauty of this country. We have so many different, can't think of the word, but so many different features and land things that you can go wherever.
Yeah.
Within a short 12, 14-hour drive, you can be, or flight, you can be wherever your heart gets the most joy out of. You like the cold. Some people love the cold. They're crazy people, but some people love the cold.
Yeah.
Go up to Minnesota, Wisconsin.
I'm from Minnesota. I love Wisconsin.
It's cold.
I do love that.
I mean, I
love to visit. It's so much fun.
I have family that lives up there, and
Let's go visit them. Let's pack our bags, call them, and tell them we're coming.
I don't go in the winter. I'll tell you that right now. Well, I will not go after October.
Well, they start their, because we used to vacation up there, our family did, and in September, they start getting ready for winter. Like, it's crazy how early their season starts.
Yes, but see, because of that, their kids don't go to school until, their kids don't start school till Labor Day because the tourist season and things like that. But it gets cold up there.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
if you love the snow and the ice, you can go up there.
Hmm.
Vermont has some skiing. Like, I mean, I have no desire to do that, but some people love it, and you can.
Yeah.
Like, we have such a wide topographic map in the United States. It's, you have your choices.
Yeah.
So do it. Fool's Paradise. You can go anywhere
Fool's
you
Paradise, especially in your mind. You know what I mean?
want. Well, that's what actually I was going to say this. I forgot, but I'm going to mention it real fast. So the beauty of the internet. Okay, Camissa will make fun of me because I have multiple screens. Sometimes I feel like Tony Stark with all my tech. But she will sometimes come in and she can tell when I'm really ready to go, because the place we go to has a video of beach cam, like live beach feed.
Oh.
Yes, so it's nice. So like when we had those hurricanes, like I had that up watching. I'm
Oh,
like,
wow.
please don't let my beach be destroyed. But so I will turn that on sometimes, but it's no sound. So then I'll go to YouTube and I'll play ocean music.
Oh, wait, this is
So she'll like come
okay.
in.
Does it match up?
No, it doesn't. But if I try really hard, I can pretend it does. So sometimes she'll come in and I'll have that up and I'll have beach ocean. She's like, oh, dreaming of going away, huh? I'm like, yes, I am.
I love that.
So the wonderful thing of technology. And you know, you can blow those cameras up, and a lot of beaches have live beach cams.
I hope
Like
you still
a lot
feel
of them.
small when you stand beside the ocean, Autumn Scott Hall.
I just
hope when
watch
one
it.
door closes.
So yeah.
Yeah, I love it too. No, good for you. And I think that is important. And I think it's good for good therapy, good for our
Go to the
mental
happy place. Go
to
the
my happy place. Hey, I had to do that, in labor. I did all 6 natural. Don't think that I
Oh.
didn't have to go to a happy place. No, I really, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I had to go.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you get there and you think you're going to get an epidural, and they're like, nope, you're pushing, we're not doing this.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how I knew I could do it, though.
Yeah.
Like, in a way, I'm glad. I'm glad I couldn't get an
I'm glad
epidural.
I had all 6 natural.
Yeah.
I'm glad the natural way was for me too. All right, Go West Day.
Go
We
west,
just-
young man.
Okay, I just want to say
People
something.
go
It's funny because I
Go
just
west, young
I
man.
talked about this morning, and I'm not complaining. I'm just explaining. But if you live on the east end of town, you don't realize what all the west end of town goes through. It's funny because, like, okay,
Yes.
in our community, let me say this: the east end had growing pains years ago.
Right, few
There was
years
all
ago.
kinds. I mean, I can show photos of like how
Yeah.
horrible everything was torn up. Okay, but we got it all together and everything's great and
Mhm.
beautiful. Now the west end's being worked on, and it's crazy though, because like the east end, if you don't go to the west end or don't go over that way, you don't realize
How
what else-
awful it is.
Well, how you don't the maneuver.
Well,
You know
and
what I
here's the thing that I'm going to say, because I have been having to go west, and it changes. So, like, okay, I know 2 weeks ago I could take this road, but now I can't take this
Yeah.
road, and now I got to turn around and backtrack because I can't take said road.
Yeah.
And then you have some streets that you can own, like Willow Street does not have a back end.
No.
So it's like, okay,
Dead end.
well, yeah, it's a dead end, but like, there was one time I went there and it's like, okay, I have to get to the street and you guys have it blocked. And they're like, oh, you got to go back on Market Street. I said, I can't go on Market Street because there's no back end to the street.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, that got moved on accident. I'm like, well, you need to unmove it because I need in that road. Like,
How can I be all I could be if
Yes.
I can't go? You know what I mean, right?
So it is, but I know those guys, it's just as inconvenient for them. Like, they don't like to be
I'm
yelled.
not
They're doing
complaining.
their best.
No, and they
They're-
are, and they're doing a great job. And I'm not complaining. I'm just like laughing
Yes.
because like I've heard people saying, "Oh wow."
Well,
you know.
I'm going to be honest. I was complaining because I have to,
Go to
you
your
know,
happy place. Go
this
to your
week
happy
I've had
place.
to travel. And it's like,
You've traveled all around.
I'm like, I can't.
You've gone south twice.
Yeah, and I'm like, I can't get out of the city without some kind of construction.
Yeah.
Like, what in the world?
Oh.
Why are we doing construction? Like, I was like, why are we doing construction on every exit of Salem? Like, we're
Yeah.
trying to keep people in.
Yeah.
Like, no, you can't go elsewhere.
You cannot leave.
So
This is
yeah,
your paradise.
I just kind of take a deep breath and this will pass.
This too shall pass.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so Go West Day. Love that. I just want to say, the state that surprised me the most, I went there for business, but the state that like I would have never thought that I like would have just planned a trip was Utah. And I loved Utah.
Oh, Max
And-
wants to go to the lakes.
Well,
there.
and the air quality, like the air is so fresh and
because
crisp.
there's nobody lives
because they
there.
don't-
There's no pollution.
Well, there's no. I mean, it's like crazy. Yeah, it's really cool. So I thought that was something. I went on business.
I
but
love that.
Yeah, and it was one of those states that, like, you know how, like, oh, I'm going to Utah. You know what I mean? But like, oh my goodness, Utah has got a lot, and there's a lot to do there.
Well, and I have heard
Utah, but I'm taller.
They can't see me shaking my head. I have never been there,
Uh-huh.
but I think it's kind of like Iowa, some of those true Midwest states. Like, we
Uh-huh.
like to say we're Midwest, but we're really kind of Eastern New Midwest. We're the Eastern Midwest. But those true Midwest states, I think, because there is so much agricultural, there are not the like, yes, you have your major cities,
Are not.
but there are not that many.
Right.
It is probably fresher out there.
Oh, it is.
I agree.
Autumn, I promise. Your oxygen will you'll feel so good taking those deep breaths.
Yeah.
It's just like
Especially after you've been in the Ohio Valley, which
air
is
quality.
the worst
I know.
place for,
yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
like, yeah, it probably is amazing.
Yeah, it is. All right.
I was going to ask, what's the furthest west you've ever been?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
No.
Let me just say, maps were not my strong point. Okay. Let's see. Name. Where have you been? Where?
I actually have been to Washington State.
Yeah.
That's northwest.
okay. Yeah.
I have been to California.
Yeah.
No.
No.
But I
no.
flew.
Okay.
So the furthest west I have been driving is probably Colorado.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. I did love that. We flew to Nevada. I've flown to Arizona.
Like, we did it when I was little, but I was so little. Like, I remember, like, the Grand Canyon. We went to the Painted
Yeah.
Desert. We went, the
Okay.
Badlands.
So
We went to Pikes Peak. I mean, we did it all.
okay, so you
It's
have
like-
been west.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it was really cool. You know what I mean? It was really.
There are a lot of
interesting.
things, I think. I'm trying to talk to my husband and buy an RV. I'm not succeeding,
Wait,
but
I
I'm
love
trying.
that. I would love.
Because I'd love to just pack
Please
them up
let
and
me
go.
just have a little space on that RV so I can watch.
I'd like to just take an
I
RV
just want to
and
watch. You know what I mean? Throw me some beans and wieners every so often, and just
make it some beanie weenies.
beans and wieners. You know what I mean?
Put you under the undercarriage.
There you go. And I just got to watch this because this would be a show.
I would love to go. Like,
Yeah.
I'd like to do like a 2-week just drive, no
Yeah.
hurry, not even a schedule, not a like. Let's just go.
Yeah. You almost we did ours like we kind of rushed, and that was my mom. You know, she always wanted to go back and do it slower because
Yeah.
we kind of rushed. You really need time.
Yeah, and I think you need to not be in a hurry.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. My thing is, I don't think you can do that in a van. Like,
No, we did it in a station wagon.
oh,
Going up Pikes Peak in a station wagon.
that's fun.
Oh.
I mean, that's okay. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. No,
It
I
was-
want an RV.
Yeah. Thrill seeker. That's why I'm a thrill seeker. Autumn's cut off. Okay, this is also a national. Oh, you'll know this. Beef Tallow Day. TALLOW. Tallow Day. It looks like cheese or something. I don't know.
I think it is actually like a ghee. Let me look.
Like a
I
what?
think it is beef fat.
Oh, is that fat?
I think. I don't know. Let me
I was
look.
hoping it was cheese. Ooh, I hate that. If that's fat, that's. Oh.
Well, okay. So honestly,
Ooh.
if you think about it, beef tallow. Yeah. So I was right. So tallow is rendered form of beef or mutton fat.
Ooh.
Um.
It's like a chunk of it.
Yeah, because let's go back. When you think about people saving their fat, saving the bacon grease, saving, butter or dairy that was churned and it took hours, they actually use it, and that's how you get seasoning. Like, I'm not against cooking with fat and
I know.
grease.
I'll let you have mine.
I mean, I'm sorry. I would rather have my collard greens cooked in bacon fat than nasty old vinegar. Like, give me all the flavor.
Yeah.
The fats, I tell my kids, the fat's where the flavor's at.
That is
baby.
true.
That's why
Yeah,
I carry
that is
extra. I'm flavorful.
I just got all you're so good.
That's where
You're
all the
so-
flavor
you're
is,
so bad.
baby. That's,
All right, so this is
yeah, so beef tallow.
Day.
It's rendered
Yeah.
fat from beef or
Very
mutton,
good.
which mutton is sheep for those of you
And I
who
can't
don't
do
know.
that because I had baby sheep. You know what I mean?
I've never had sheep, but
I did, and they're so sweet. Oh,
there's a Washington County Lambs Association.
absolutely.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I did have beef at one of those, lamb at one of those.
Yeah. There's people that.
What's
yeah.
that called? you
The
know,
grilling out, cooking out,
no, where they go, the Taste of Salem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I've had sheep there before.
They have they do different foods. Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
Probably have. Yeah.
So I can't say I haven't had it.
Now,
I just don't remember.
This is my day, National French Fry Day. I've never met a fry I did not
You
like.
didn't have all the French fries.
I'll
Becky.
take. Yeah, I just. Oh my goodness.
I don't love French fries.
I love French fries.
If I'm gonna have my choice of deep fried vegetable,
Yeah.
I'm doing onion rings.
Oh. A good
Yeah, I'm
onion
not
ring.
eating fries. Give me the onion rings.
You can't beat a good onion ring.
Yeah.
Onion
Yeah.
rings are good, but I know I'm a French fry. I'm telling you right now. You just get, you get your burger and you get a fry. Let's go. Let's talk about a Big Mac. You can't. Now, honest God, all that's explosive. Take a bite of Big Mac. Take a bite of fry. You know very good and well.
I mean, I'll eat it, but it's not my favorite.
Oh.
Yeah, no. I'm not a French fry person. I just don't care for French fries.
Do you have any do you like the steak fries?
No, I
crinkle
hate
fries?
them. I don't. If I'm gonna eat French fries, I'm gonna get the spicy fries.
Oh.
Like, give me the spicy French fries.
Yeah.
I just don't. And my kids for the longest time didn't like French fries, and
Oh,
maybe
wow.
because I just didn't eat them.
Mm-hmm.
Now they do.
Yeah.
But people were like, your kids don't like French
You
fries.
have the shoestring fries. You have the
You have
steak
steak
fries.
cuts. You have waffle fries. Now I will do sweet potato fries. I'll
Oh.
eat those.
Those are good. Yeah.
I'll do the sweet. Like, if I have a choice, I will order sweet potato over regular fries. But it's not my favorite. That's
I love a
okay.
good French fry. I know. They're just so good. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So good. So good. Sweet Caroline. So good. So good. That's going through my head. All right. So going back. Okay. So those are our holidays. Get out and enjoy today. All right. As you're on your paradise, as you are
your
taking
fool's paradise, eating your French fries
eating
on
your
the beach.
Oh,
There you go.
with a big thing of ketchup. Oh my gosh. Have mercy.
I mean, you could.
Oh.
I used to work at an establishment. I'm not gonna. I mean, it's no longer in business, but it is what it is. But we would keep. So you don't have to refrigerate ketchup. Okay, condiments technically do not have to be
That's a big
refrigerated.
controversy right now. Yeah, they're talking about
And so we had bottles that we would refill with ketchup, and it sat like we had
I know what you're talking about.
we had a refilling station.
I remember that. Yeah.
And sometimes that ketchup would go sour.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Depending on how fast business was, it would just go sour. And after having sour ketchup a couple of times, I'm very picky on ketchup now. Like, I don't love it. I will take mustard. Just give me the mustard. Mustard, I don't know that ever went sour.
Yeah. Mustard never done you wrong.
No. And so I'm just not a huge ketchup fan either.
Well, I'll tell you what. For health reasons, I try to go mustard's healthier.
Well, ketchup is so full of sugar.
I know.
That's the problem.
I know.
It's so, and that's why I tell
That's
my
why
kids.
we love it. That's why we love that.
I'm like, listen, you're putting a cup of sugar on your plate because you're using half the ketchup bottle.
Yeah, but your establishment that you're talking about, those fries and those ketchup, those were magic.
They were.
That was some magic. Okay,
They were.
that was like.
I miss the food. I do miss the food. I will say that. I miss the food.
Anybody in the community misses that food. Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody that ever, I don't think that those, when you talk about that and a cherry Coke,
Yeah.
that was like, there's your paradise. You bring that to to a paradise. I'm telling you.
I miss it.
Yeah, you're not, there's no restaurant ever probably not gonna beat that.
It's because we use beef tallow.
I knew it, I knew you were gonna say that. I knew it.
Actually, funny story, your favorite fries use beef tallow.
I know they do.
So there you go.
I can't think about it. It's like one of those things. Like, have you ever eaten something and then like
hot dogs? Don't tell me.
Yeah, don't tell me. And
Yeah.
then also somebody's got some kind of casserole or something. I don't want to know what's in it because I won't want to put all that in it. You know what I mean? It's best just not to know. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Don't ask.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Be careful what you ask for. You might not want to know, right? What are we
fantastic.
putting that
I love
meatloaf? You know what I mean?
It's fantastic. I'm not even mad.
The meatloaf.
I did make, my kid is on spaghetti kick. Like, every week, can I have spaghetti?
I am not even mad. I love spaghetti.
Well, my other family members get tired of spaghetti.
Oh.
So I'm like, no, you're down to once a, like, this is probably how it was with me and tacos. But I'm like, you're down to once a month, dude. Sorry.
Once a month?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, he'd have it every night.
Oh.
Well, I thought I was going to get fancy. I used Italian sausage instead of beef.
Oh.
I thought, we're eating a lot of beef. I need to eat a lot of beef because I have a full cow in my freezer still. I made beef tips the other day in the crock pot. So good.
Really?
So delicious.
Tender?
Oh yeah. But anyway, I used Italian sausage. They did not like it. Like, we're beef people.
Yeah.
They're like, and he was like, this just tastes different. I said, well, it's Italian sausage instead of beef.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, no, I don't like it.
Oh, wow.
I was like, okay, well, then I won't buy it again.
Back to beef
Because
it is.
I have beef in my freezer, so why would I spend money on something else?
I do love a good plate of spaghetti.
I do too.
Oh.
I do. I like to put crushed red peppers on mine.
I don't do that, but I love that. What about a good old meatball? Oh.
I'm not a huge meatball fan.
Oh.
I just ground it, and here's why. I like to mix mine. Like, some people don't mix.
Yeah.
And I keep mine separate because my kids don't like it, but when I put it on my plate, I mix it all up. And I want the best of both worlds. And sometimes I feel like if I have a huge old bite of meatball, I can't enjoy the pasta. And I just want all of it together.
Yeah. I was raised with it being mixed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
it
now
was,
people don't.
I know. And then, like, when I would go somewhere and they didn't, I always felt like, whoa, you know, what's going on here? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, now I got to do it. I paid you for this, and I got to mix it up. Like, what in the world?
What in the world? I'm sure not. You know, my mom mixed it up. My mom always had it. You know, we always had it together. Yeah. But, yeah.
It's the best way.
It is. Spaghetti is just so good, though.
I love it.
Yeah. I'm not even
I'm a
mad.
fan.
Yeah.
But see, I used to like penne, and I'd like do like baked penne and things like that. And my kids don't like it. I'm like, it's the same.
Well,
But it's
no,
not.
it's not.
It's
No, it's
not.
not. It's a little more noodly. It's a little more pasty. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not as big on those noodles. I like, of course,
I
give me a
love
good bow
penne.
tie, you know?
Dude, but see, I love bow tie and like pasta salad.
Yeah, me too. Ooh.
I don't want it with a red sauce. Put it in an oil vinegar base
Yeah.
with a little bit of
What's the-
pepperoni, a little bit of black olives, green peppers. That's what I want.
Oh, I'm with you 100%. What's the pasta that's got it's got the filling inside? It's like
Manicotti.
it's got the cream cheese inside? No, it's like
it's not cream cheese.
What
It's
is it?
ricotta.
Ricotta.
It's usually ricotta
Ricotta.
with egg and some mozzarella, a little bit of garlic salt, a little
We
bit
just
of salt,
had the
pepper.
ricotta. Did you have ricotta?
Ricotta. And then you just mix it up, you stuff it in.
I want to go somewhere and say with some ricotta.
Ricotta cheese.
I don't
Cream
think that's
cheese.
right, because that's like the shell. It
You
looks
do
like a
that
shell.
with the shell and the manicotti.
This is it looks like a square? Is that my
Oh,
pasta?
ravioli?
But it's like got the cheese inside of it, or the.
Well, you can do cheese
What is like
ravioli.
almost like a mashed potato?
It's ricotta cheese, I promise you. It's ricotta.
That's ricotta cheese.
Yeah.
It almost
That's
tastes like
what you use in lasagna too.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so you do the...
Now see, I don't really make homemade lasagna. I know. Look. We could not be friends any longer. Did you just break up with me? You just broke up with me.
Now I will say this. I will go on record saying this. I make a darn good lasagna. I do. I make a good
I'm going to
lasagna.
have you put your money in your mouth as I'm coming over.
Okay, I'll bring you some. And I even bought Tony's lasagna pan.
Yeah.
I don't know who Tony is, but that was the name of it. And so my kids are straight meat and cheese. Like, Justin, don't put extra things in my lasagna.
Okay.
Meat, cheese.
Meat and cheese.
Not me. I want the spinach and the green peppers
Yeah.
and the garlic
Oh.
and the onion and the black,
Yeah.
give it all.
Yeah.
So I bought this pan because it's separated. So I can actually bake 3 different types of lasagna all at the same time. All at the same
You
time.
are awesome over there.
And it's only 1 strip.
You
so
are
it's
everything
nice.
I'm not.
I have not made lasagna in a while. Maybe I should do that tonight.
Lasagna sounds great. I used to make it homemade. Let me back the truck up, okay? And then I don't know.
It's hard to make a lasagna for 2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, when everybody, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't enjoy that frozen lasagna.
Yeah.
And it may be easier, and I don't judge people who do it for time and ease, and I get it. We're busy. I don't judge. I hate it.
Okay. Let me know how you really feel.
Yeah, I hate that frozen lasagna. Don't give me. I'm sorry.
Don't even
Stouffer's-
try.
People are
okay.
like, oh, Stouffer's is as good as homemade. No, it's not.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Autumn Scott Hall says no.
I do make a good lasagna. I will go on record saying that.
All right. Well, hey,
Maybe not chili. I'm not going to put my chili in any chili competition.
Okay, it's funny because it's like if someone came in and said you make that one dish and you'd say lasagna
or chicken salad.
Okay, I'm going to say, I'd make a good chicken salad, but I would say my chicken and dumplings. I think my chicken and dumplings rock.
There you go. See, and I don't ever make those.
I can make for whatever I'm like.
Chicken and dumplings sounds like sarcasm and tears to me. That's my memory of chicken and dumplings. That's a fun story.
I think it would be. I think it would be.
I don't eat them.
You don't eat them?
No.
You don't eat
I don't
chicken?
eat them, and I don't make them.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
There are
No.
just some foods. You know, have you seen that thing going around that's, what's the one food you ate so much of as a child that you won't eat as an adult? Have you seen that question?
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Hamburger helper and chicken and dumplings.
Oh, yeah.
And chicken and dumplings, not because I ate them a lot, just, no.
Just because. Okay. All right.
And my kids have asked for them sometimes. I'm like, we'll go to the Cracker Barrel and you can order them.
There you go. Well, I need to make them some then. I just haven't done. I have not been. I mean, all right. So, what was the hot Amazon Prime Day item this year?
What was it, Becky?
Well, I want you to guess. What do you think it would be?
Maybe bathing suits.
Oh, I love that. I'm obsessed with them too. Can't have too many, right?
Yeah.
No. Cat treats. The hottest item this year was Temptations cat treats. That's based on the number of units purchased. The rest of the top 5 were fire sticks, liquid IV hydration packets.
That's for all those drunks. I'm kidding. That was a joke.
Toys from the company Melissa and Doug.
Ooh, they have such great Montessori teaching tools.
They do.
Toys. Not tools. Toys.
Toys.
Yeah, I actually do like, I mean, my kids are older now, but I am a fan of the Melissa and Doug products.
I agree. Beauty products.
Mm.
Yeah. The top product categories were home goods, household essentials, clothes, electronics, and cosmetics. But now I did see somewhere where, like, a lot of your electronics and a lot of your stuff, it said wait, because, like, in September they're going to do big sales.
Yeah.
And around Christmas time, a lot of your, like, TVs and stuff, you know, electronics. So
I know some people have started Christmas shopping already.
I do know that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess Amazon Prime Day is a good day to start Christmas shopping.
The average product costs around $30, only 5% more than $100. Only 5% spent more than $100.
Wow.
Roughly 60% of people who made a purchase bought more than one thing. 14% bought 5 items or more. 44% spent at least $100 total. The average total spend was about $150.
Item Hall spent none.
Okay. So, you're not a part of that. Average 80% of all Prime Day shoppers were women. So men aren't as into it. Did Justin do any shopping?
That's a very good question. I don't know the answer to
Do
that.
that,
I
okay.
will find out
So
in the
men
next couple of
aren't
days.
as into it. As the older you are, the more likely you were to shop. 24% of Prime Day shoppers were seniors. That's higher than any other age group. 2/3 of shoppers say they were satisfied with the deals this year, but overall still compared prices with other sites before they checked out. I do want to say that, yes. Just because it says it's a sale does not mean it's a good deal. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, so I caught a lot of that.
There were some things. Again, I don't mind those lightning deals. You know.
Yeah.
I don't mind the lightning deals, and some of those lightning deals are good. They are. But I'm busy, and I don't have time to scroll my phone. I mean, I'm closing loans, and I'm running kids to practices.
Look at you, closing loans and taking names. And
I don't have time to sit on Amazon Prime and shop.
Right. I
just don't.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so have you ever pulled up one more, and then we're gonna talk about loans and stuff. But have you ever pulled up to a red light and it never turns green?
Yeah, every time I'm in Florida.
Okay.
Or the bridge in Pekin.
Okay.
Forever long.
Oh, I know. Okay. Well, here's what it says to do. Pull up a little. That's the obvious one. But here's how it works. Most traffic lights with sensors have wires buried in the pavement called induction loops.
Yes, I actually do know this.
Okay. And you have to be right on top of them. So it's also possible you pulled up too far.
Yes.
So like that line.
That's where it lets them know, hey, there are people here waiting.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. It says flash your high beams. Some traffic signals have cameras that have sensors instead, and flashing your high beams can sometimes trigger those.
see me there, he can like just flash
Flashing,
my beams.
flashing.
Let's
Can
go,
you imagine
let's go.
someone would think it's a Morse code, or you know,
Yeah.
or that you'd be flashing at them, right?
Well, here's the other thing though. Those impromptu lights probably don't have the sensors because there's not typically a light there. So the high beam thing, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I'm going to try that. Let's see. Look for something near the traffic light that looks like that type of sensory security camera you'd see in a bank or a store. Sometimes they're hanging in metal boxes above the roadway. So look for those. So those are.
Sometimes maybe they're not cameras. Maybe they are sensors. Because you know, you drive down and you're like, oh, better not speed here because there's a camera. But maybe it's just a sensor.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it's amazing now how your GPS tells you when there's things going on. Isn't that crazy how, like, you know, like there's a wreck or...
Oh, yeah. It's all... Listen, sometimes I think maybe... I've never seen The Matrix. I've heard references, but sometimes I think maybe they are in The Matrix.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Sometimes I think maybe the dimension changes.
I got to see the new Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise, and it's amazing. I love it.
Awesome.
They're so good, but I'm amazed at him doing most of his stunts. You know what I mean? And regardless if you're a fan or not a fan,
He's
of
what,
his,
50?
something like that.
I'm
yeah.
Googling it.
See how it is, but he's doing all of his own stunts. That's
Hey, you
pretty
know what?
impressive. I think he did get hurt on. I don't know if it was this one, but one of them he did get hurt on. You know, but he goes on. He's Tom Cruise. You know.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
they put him back together again.
Here's the thing. Oh, no, I was off. He is 61 years old.
No way.
That's what it says. Thomas Cruise Mapother the Fourth. You knew there's multiple Tom Cruises.
Yeah.
He's looking a little rough.
No, I don't think so, Autumn.
He actually, you know who he
I beg
reminds
to
me
differ.
of in this picture right here? He kind of looks like, who's the Crikey? The crocodile hunter. He looks right here. It kind of looks like the crocodile hunter.
I am cracking
I'm not,
up.
I mean,
That is hilarious.
but I'm not
Are
wrong.
you talking about
Steve Irwin? Yeah, look at him. They could be
he's
brothers.
tan like that. Yeah, I
Well,
guess
look
so.
at his hair.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he does. I
His
guess.
face kind of even looks a little bit like him. I mean, look, he kind of looks like Steve Irwin. I'm going to do it side by side.
I would have never, ever, like...
But you know I'm not wrong.
No, I know.
I mean, his hair, with his
I know.
hair a little
I
bit
see
longer
that.
like
I see that, yeah. Yeah, from a quick glance, yeah. But
Yeah.
But anyway, so saw Mission Impossible, and I also saw the new Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford. He's doing, I'm telling you,
I've
Autumn,
heard mixed feelings about that one. Some people do not like it.
I know, and they're being mean about it. It's really good, though. I promise.
Well, the last Indiana Jones I saw was the Crystal Skull one.
Okay.
And I know a lot of people were not happy about that, the way it ended with the aliens and all of that. But it's like, guys, really, I think a lot of times we think of like the Indiana Jones as like early adventure, and it's like, well, if you actually take that into the era that it was set, aliens were like, that's around the time we started having all that big alien encounters. Like, it was timeline accurate.
Yeah.
But because we think of Indiana Jones as, 1800s explorer, early 1900s, the two things don't go together, when it's like, really, those things did coincide.
Yeah. Yeah,
they did coincide, so don't be mad about history.
Right. Well, it was so funny. I saw this guy do a review, and he goes, now I'm not saying, that he actually loved it. He said, I even started crying. I was so excited about it. But he said, I'm not saying I'm a big Tom Cruise fan, or not Tom Cruise, Harrison Ford. I'm not saying I'm a big Harrison or Indiana Jones. Hang on. I'm not saying I'm a big Indiana Jones fan. And then he took a drink, and his cup had the Indiana Jones, and it had the hat like on the lid. It was so funny. He goes, I'm not saying I'm a big fan. And then his popcorn bucket, they have some really cool stuff for Indiana Jones. And the popcorn bucket was like had Indiana Jones. He goes, I'm not saying I'm an Indiana Jones fan. And he was eating his popcorn and drinking. He said, but he loved it. So his review. But I loved it too. I have to agree. I thought it was fantastic. I walked out of there very happy. And Mission, and I love the Tom Cruise. I think it's doing good. And then coming up, the Barbie movie, which is going to be absolutely adorable. I love Barbie. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be so much fun.
You
excited about that?
I mean, No, I don't watch movies. I have seen, like, I know it's kind of a big thing. I think you're going to have, probably going to have a lot more older people and adults there than children is kind of my thing. I'm not so sure Barbie is still a big thing for little kids.
Well, I think she'll come back crazy. I think it'll come back.
Well, now maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think she's going to come
But
back crazy.
I think you're going to have more adults there than kids. That's my thought.
Well, I definitely think the adults will definitely, yeah.
So-
But I think then the little girls that sit there will be completely.
Maybe.
I think I think it's going to be adorable.
I hope it's. And I'm not seeing any reviews. You know, I'm not a movie
Yeah.
person. I just hope it's clean.
Yeah.
Like, I hope it's.
I
kinda
think
clean.
they've kept it clean.
I hope. I don't know.
Well, I think so. I'm
Okay.
leaning
I
on
know
that.
they have like a Barbie cartoon on the Netflixy thing.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
And Kinley watched a little bit. Kinley was never big on Barbie. Like, we were not a Barbie household. And some of those episodes, like, I'm like, turn this. You're not watching it.
Yeah. I
like-
think you have to be so careful on
You
some of that
do,
stuff.
because it's
yeah.
like, this is Barbie.
And
Why do we have girls fighting over Ken?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is not. I don't know. I just kind of feel like that's not appropriate for 4 and 5-year-olds.
No,
like,
I don't know about that. Yeah, you have to be so careful with stuff that you let them watch. I mean, they throw
awful.
in things, and it's just like, oh my goodness, you know
it's
what I mean?
awful. And
Yeah.
the things, I'm sure I probably catch more as an adult than they do as a kid.
Yeah, but
'Cause
still,
I
it shouldn't
remember-
be thrown. Shouldn't be there.
Well, and you think of like Shrek. There's a lot of innuendos
Oh.
in there. I think that were written for adults. Like, it wasn't for the kids. That's
Yeah.
why it's an innuendo, so
Yeah.
that the adults get it and the kids don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I think there is some of that in TV shows and kids things, but I don't know. And maybe if I go back and I watch cartoons that I watched as a kid, I'll probably think as an adult, oh, that's not appropriate.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's always been there,
Right.
but
Yeah.
I just.
They're coming out with a new Willy Wonka, and
How
he's
many
a
Willy
lot.
Wonkas do we need?
I know, and I've heard that a lot of the past Willy Wonkas are not real happy about that. You know, so this is a lot younger. You know, the story, real quick, of Willy Wonka, I guess it's kind of a dark story.
It's a horrible story.
Yeah. So I think it kind of maybe leans a little more that way. I don't know. That's what I heard. I have nothing to.
Well, if you
I
think
saw
about it, something traumatic has to happen for you to isolate yourself into a candy factory and,
Yeah.
human traffic Oompa Loompas.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, just saying.
I'm just saying. But I did see the trailer for it, and it looked really cute. But I don't know. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
I kind of feel like, I kind of feel like all we're doing is redoing things, and there's
I
nothing
have
new.
to agree. I'm with you 100%.
And
I mean,
that does bother me,
Yeah.
because it's like, do we not, have we really digressed that much that we can't come up with anything new?
I'm with
we
ya.
don't have any new storylines.
I
We don't
agree.
have any.
I agree.
Like, why are we redoing the Will?
I agree.
Stop remaking the Will and start doing something new, because you make big bucks.
Yeah.
So give me something new.
I agree. I am with you on that. Yeah. Because
I
how
just-
many,
I don't want to watch 10 Batmans. I don't want to watch
Oh.
20 Willy Wonkas. I
Yeah.
don't. And I'll be honest, if I'm going to do any type of sequels, I'm done after 2. Like, I might watch a second one, maybe won't watch a third one unless it's Lord of the Rings. Then I will sit and
Yeah.
watch all 9.5 hours. I'm okay with that. But
not mad.
I'm not mad. But even the third one, like, at the end
Yeah.
of the third one, I was kind of like, okay, I'm over it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want 17 volumes. I think
Yeah.
there's how many Star Wars?
Oh, don't even. And it gets so confusing on which is which and who's what.
And I'm just,
you know what I mean? Then you have like this person directed this one, and
I'm
you
done
know
with
what I
that.
mean? And it's just like,
and I think there's like 10 Harry Potters.
oh, completely.
I'm
yeah.
done with that. No.
Yeah.
If you can't give me the full story in an hour and a half, I'm not interested.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even want to sit for an hour and a half. Let's be. In all honesty, even Marvel, I'm done. Like,
Well, easy.
I'm done.
I know. Easy on that though. Whoa.
I'm just
easy,
saying,
easy.
I
I
don't
know.
need. The only thing they have is different story. Like, it's not a
Yeah.
continuance. It's
Yeah.
like a. But even on that, I'm like, I'm done. I don't. But I feel that way about books too.
Yeah.
I'll read a sequel, but if you have 30 books, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm moving on.
Yeah.
I'm not living in your world. I'm moving on.
We need to go on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby's got to go.
Super Mario. Look
So-
at that. Look how many Mario brothers there
Oh,
are.
don't even. I know. Yeah. I get lost in
I'm
that.
done.
Yeah.
Like, now they have, Nick watches, he loves Mario. That's his favorite. It's 9 o'clock.
Oh,
But,
Adam Scott Hall.
I know, it's 9 o'clock. So, there you go.
All right.
So many continuing.
things. But we do need to talk a little bit about all the great things going on. What about our interest rates? Where are we at with that?
We're still in between 7 and 8. Like, they are going up a little bit.
Okay.
I am seeing. I've been having some appraisals come in short, so we are kind of seeing those house values come down a little bit. People are not happy about it, but let me rephrase that. Sellers and realtors are not happy about it. Buyers are more happy because their loan amounts are lower, but so yeah, we are in that 7 and 8%. But I'm still we're still closing loans, we're still doing mortgages, we're still people are still buying.
Yeah.
If we
and I think do you think the market's doing better? Like, we're getting more houses? Have you noticed? No,
I don't think that.
No. Okay. I'm asking. I no. I can tell you, I don't know.
No, I don't see that. I know they're building. There is some new construction going on, but again, as some of this value is going down, again, the big thing about new construction, it still costs any more to build than. But it's okay. It's correcting itself. That's the nice thing. We needed rates to go up so the market could correct itself. Inflation is still high. I'm sure everybody still feels that. Yeah. But it is correcting itself. And again, I will come back to, it's a cycle. It's always a cycle. We live in cycles. And this is a cycle. So
are we peaking, or are we going down the hill? Where are we at in this cycle?
It's correcting itself, I think.
Okay.
It's still rough though, and I think it will be rough for a little while longer.
Yeah.
But that's okay. You just be patient, and you'll survive. We'll survive.
Yeah. We've done this before.
We've done it before. We're still not to the point of the late 80s where we're in we're not in double digits. We're not doing 18-19% interest rates. And I know people, on the flip side of that, I do want to say this, and this is something I don't comment a lot on social media, but I've heard people be like, oh, well, my first mortgage was 18%, and then people will come back and say, yeah, but your house only cost $40,000. Well, yeah, but they only made $3 an hour.
Yeah.
So, that's the thing you got to keep in mind. Yes, our houses and our inflation is higher, but you're also, even if you're making minimum wage, which I don't think any place around here pays minimum wage anymore. I think the unofficial minimum wage is probably $10 an hour.
I agree. Yeah.
Even if you make minimum wage, you're still making probably 3 or 4 times as much as what they made in the 80s.
Right.
And the early 90s.
Yeah.
So if you're going to, throw that out, let's keep that in mind too. And that's why I tell people, my very first job, I made, I think, $4.25 an hour. And that was good money for I was thrilled to make $4.25 an hour. Now I wouldn't even get out of bed for $4.25 an hour. Let's be honest.
I'm not even gonna roll over.
I'm not. No. But I think that was my first hourly wage was like $4.25.
Right.
I can't even. Not me, but people can't even get people to come work for $15 an hour.
Right. Yeah.
So yes, you are making more than what they made 30 years ago.
Right.
Now, granted, yes, your houses are more than probably they should be, in my personal opinion, but I'm not an appraiser and I don't set the rates. Like, what people don't realize is society actually determines what house values are because it's what you're willing to pay for it. So if you're willing to pay more for a house than what it actually is worth, then you're the one raising the market. And that's what happened in 19 and 20 and 21, where we had people, I saw offers coming in. List price may be $100,000, but they're paying $125,000 regardless of what the appraisal says. So it's like, okay, your buyers are the one jacking up inflation. It's not the sellers, it's not the realtors, it's the buyers. Yeah. And so when the buyers are willing to pay more because the demand is so low, that's what jacks it up. And when your interest rate is 3 or 4%, and you can, that's what happens. And that's why now people are saying, no, interest rates are 7%. I'm not willing to pay $5,000 over. We'll move on. And you have people doing that. Well, guess what? Then those prices are dropping. And that's, it didn't jump in a year. It's not going to correct itself in a year.
Right.
It takes time. We're in a cycle.
Definitely. So very interesting.
There you go.
So come see Autumn Scott Hall right here on the square.
We do have our sign up now. Yay! I'm so excited. It's taken us a while, but our sign is back up. It's been corrected. We got that fixed. I think I even have the timer on so it lights up again. I even took the lights off for a while because I'm like, I'm not going to blind people. So we do have everything back up and running, and we have been running, we have been working since, we've been working. We never quit working.
Right.
But we did switch companies, and that has taken a little bit of time to get everything settled. So.
Right. Well, and it's, sunny days are coming. Brighten up.
Well, like I said, you pull up your bootstraps and you move on.
Absolutely.
I'm a big fan of telling people you're not a victim. Bad things happen. Mm-hmm. Bad things happen. You don't always get what you want, but you know what? You put your nose to the grindstone and you get what you need.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a song, actually. I didn't make that up.
You get what you need.
That's right. And you just move forward.
Onward ho we go.
So.
The Rick and Bubba Show is a federally protected trademark. We just thought you'd want to know. All rights reserved. Warning. This program may be found offensive by pencil-pushing, bean-counting, research-loving program directors and radio consultant goobs. This is the Rick and Bubba Show. The views and opinions expressed by the show are not necessarily those of the staff and management of this radio station, but they should be.
6 minutes past the hour, the Rick and Bubba Show from the No Name Studio, out on the bleeding edge of technology, from Sweet Home, Alabama to the world. Speedy, the real Greg Burgess, Helmsy, Eddie Van Adler, all here. Rick and Bubba University students, Super P, and Lord of the Jacket. All banging out a degree in common sense that now, of course, is deemed a superpower. We thank you for being here, either live or archived. All the different ways you can get the Rick and Bubba content on your own time or live can be found at Rick and Bubba, spell out the word and.com. Join me in welcoming back for a brand new hour, Bill Bubba Buster.
Rick, glad to be here, and thank all of you for joining us. All we ask for is 5 hours each and every day. Doesn't seem like too much.
No, so wrapping up last hour, the bottom line is this. When someone tells you, well, all scientists agree that man-made global warming is a real thing, you can say, well, apparently not all scientists. So what you're saying is your preferred scientists believe that. Let's all tell the truth. Not all scientists agree, and it's still an ongoing discussion. I'm not saying coming down one way or the other, but to say that
because I don't know, and neither do anybody else that's out here blurting around about it.
No, they don't. And again, and we are pointing out, and we continue to point out, those who claim to believe it, bizarre behavior on their part if they really believe it. Bizarre behavior.
Yeah, I mean, if they really believe that, if all the meteorologists we see on national TV believe it, they need to be riding a bike to work.
Bubba, then we move into another story that has us all perplexed today. Did anybody think that any of the actual murderers from the Manson family would ever be set free?
No. Rick, I don't see how anybody that goes out.
How do you ever get free?
Now, don't forget, she was originally given the death penalty.
Yeah,
before they
and it was all commuted in California because they did away with the death penalty temporarily. Rick, the Manson family went on a killing spree and killed 7 people over a 2-day period in L.A. Most notably at the time Sharon Tate and her unborn child.
Ugh.
And the Mansons were all brought in and found guilty of these murders. One of the girls in this, the youngest one at the time, Leslie Van Houten, or is that
I heard
another?
somebody say Hooten, but I've always heard Van Houten.
Yeah, I have to. Leslie Van Houten. She has been granted parole after 53 years in prison. Now,
She's
Gavin
come up many
Newsom,
times and you've been blocking.
Usually she's been blocked many times. Even when she was granted parole, the governor overrode the parole board and would not let her out on 3 different occasions. But Gavin Newsom has said he will not fight her parole this time, and that she will be moved to the process of getting back out. She'll be on parole, and she'll have to do some kind of a halfway house thing to begin with. She will have a 3-year maximum parole term, and she could be discharged after that. She's now 73 years old. But she was convicted of stabbing one of the people who were murdered 14 times in the back.
Well, now, Bubba,
Her defense was she was already dead.
Don't be too judgmental.
Right.
12 of those stabs in that body was already dead.
Right.
Look, and here she is with a cross carved in her forehead. X or whatever that
now,
is.
again, this person should have been put to death by the state. No doubt about it. She forfeited her life by the taking of the lives that she did intentionally, with planning in advance, and carried it out. So, but California, in their wisdom, commuted all of that, and now she is going to be back out among them.
I know it's a dangerous world out there, and it's so dangerous that maybe a 73-year-old Manson family member, it's not a big deal, but it doesn't feel good. I will tell you, the Mansons...
It's just got kind of a dirty feeling about it, Rick.
It doesn't feel good. First
But
of
you
all...
could be out at Walmart checking out next to Leslie Van Houten.
First
And I
of
hope
all,
she's not buying knives.
Right. Our perfectly holy, wrathful, but at the same time gracious God, if this woman has repented, found redemption, and her spiritual soul has been saved, I would celebrate that.
Good for her.
However, sin always matters. Throughout Scripture you see this. And she should continue to pay the price on earth, not in eternity if she's repented, but on earth for what she did. And she is not in some kind of mild category.
No,
okay,
Rick,
everybody out here, and look, and I'll tell this.
It ain't parking tickets, guys.
I'll tell Governor Newsom this. I know you want to be president. I think you can do it without a Manson family vote.
And he has turned her down before.
Yeah, like
but not
3
now.
different times.
Not now.
You're right,
Nope.
The Manson supporters. I don't think you really have to worry about
them. Hey, Gav, you're all right. You don't need the Manson.
They're probably not going to vote.
You know, back when you turned her down, that was the right thing. Don't crumble that because you want to be the Democratic nominee. You don't need the Manson family vote.
Let me ask you,
Are supporters of the Manson family?
Does he think this helps him politically by not doing this?
Well, Squeaky Frum's going to vote for him now.
Oh, that's awful.
Well, what does this mean for the others? Because one died of cancer, and the others, Tex and the other girl, they're all still in there.
Well, it's good news for them.
But now Tex is in trouble because he was the go-to guy on both murders.
Yeah, break down the role.
Bodies laying everywhere.
Break down the role of
every name y'all are mentioning. Every single name. Now, some of y'all are so young you don't remember this horrific event, but when you mention these names, my skin crawls. I mean, if you want to terrify children of the 70s, tell them Manson family members.
Oh,
yeah.
We'll all freak.
The other two on the left there, we were showing a picture of them. What were their roles in
they did some stuff.
They did.
I think they were, because again, all kidding aside, a lot of their argument on her now is that she did stab somebody, but they were already dead. I don't know how you argue that.
I mean, who hasn't done that?
Yeah, I mean, she knew.
Who are we to judge?
But they all actually participated.
You stabbed
And
somebody
either both
14
of them
times.
or
Well, in
just
all
one.
fairness, when I started stabbing, I think they were already dead. Yeah, but the fact that you just stabbed a human body that many times, that really bothers us.
Yes.
We don't like to have you kind of living around us.
I believe you would have went ahead if she'd been alive. You'd probably still done.
Can you imagine though? Say she goes out, okay? She goes out and they give her full access to life, okay, out there in the world. Do you remember the old lady on your street you were kind of scared of? Can you imagine that old lady on your street? I wouldn't go take apples off her tree, would you?
No.
What if she walked outside one day and you saw her up there and she was like peeling the peach and had a knife? You'd be like,
Remember the hatchet lady up there in White Plains?
oh, yes I do. Don't go to old lady. What's her full
Don't
name?
forget too, they
Don't
carved the word war into the victim, and then wrote in their blood on the wall, "Death to pigs."
See, they were trying to set up that it was done by blacks.
Right.
To start
The whole
he had
Helter
preaching
Skelter
of this
thing was to
race
start a
war.
race war.
Wow.
Wow.
Charles
Charles
wacky
ordered
cat.
everything done, but he didn't actually do it.
Right, but it's not good. You're not a good person.
Charles had a long list of things he had done.
No, these are bad things. Bad.
Yeah, I can't even imagine this is even for consideration.
If you want to see
and
how,
I hope she has been rehabilitated. I hope she's a good person. I hope she's found Jesus.
Let's hope
sit in
so.
that cell and rot
the next
for what you did.
you can have a different eternity, but here on earth, you need to pay that. You pay that one on.
And it sounds like
common sense has left.
And like
the
you say, you
building.
should have already been.
Yeah.
Your life should have already been taken.
which originally that was the verdict.
Right.
Yeah, about, she's been in jail 53 years, about 50 years ago.
Hey, don't go near the Ole Van Houten explosion.
Was that what it was? I'm not a conspiracy theory guy.
Here we go.
But have y'all heard about like the CIA and MK Ultra like training Charles Manson and actually providing him with the drugs?
What are you doing?
And telling him like,
Get off the internet.
Don't take the acid. You give it to your followers. You tell them what to do. And have y'all heard?
And it
what
looks to
was
me
the-
like Charles was taking it.
Yeah, what was the purpose of that, by the way? What was the end game in this? You know, so many of
Race
these
war, man.
conspiracies
Yeah.
don't have a really good end game. to
You
them.
stump a lot of was them. it Coffee Wars? You know, one of them was
Yeah,
Folgers.
it was Abigail Folger was one of the
Yeah.
ones murdered. She was the heiress to the coffee empire.
And then Angela Lansbury, her daughter, was actually getting involved with Charles Manson. She was like, I don't like this guy, stay away from him. And then later the murders happened.
Angela Lansbury.
Murder, She Wrote.
Was that the ultimate? Seriously, for parents, is that the ultimate? I told you so.
Yeah.
Listen, don't forget. One of the
I
Beach
told you those
Boys.
Manson people were bad.
I told you. See, one of the Beach Boys was hanging around
You're
with
telling
the drummer.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
yeah,
you're
they were
right.
all doing acid.
Dennis?
A part of
Dennis.
waking up, Folgers in your cup. You got caught up in this?
Oh, yeah, she's one of the victims.
You know, they all went to that hippie ranch. You know,
yeah.
you saw, and it was portrayed in that movie One Night in Hollywood or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Where they all went up there and did drugs together, and that's where Manson went and recruited his bunch.
We'll be right back.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
These days, every new potential hire can feel like a high-stakes wager for your small business. You want to be 100% certain that you have access to the best qualified candidates available. That's why we say you have to check out LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn Jobs helps find the right people for your team faster and for free. Yes, you can post for free. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Bubba, linkedin.com/Bubba. That's linkedin.com/Bubba to post your job for free. Also find a link at rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. Terms and conditions apply.
Our friends at Simply Safe were recently named Best Home Security of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. So they're probably resting on their laurels, right? Definitely not. They're always innovating, like their new 2-in-1 smoke and CO detector. It's hazard detection. It distinguishes between fire and cooking smoke, so you get fewer false alarms. Get 20% off at simplysafebubba.com. That's simplysafebubba.com for 20% off your new system, or visit rickandbubba.com under sponsors. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting rules for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out.
Guys, got hair loss? I know what you're thinking. Should I shave my head, comb it over, wear a hat? Just stop. This isn't 1970. Keep your hair and your confidence, because Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration expert, can give you your real hair back permanently. Check them out today, because they're giving away an absolutely free information kit and a free gift card to anyone that texts CURVE to 200-300. Dude, you don't have to look like your dad, because this isn't your dad's hair loss treatment. People all over the country trust Bosley, because they're ahead of the curve. They use the latest technology to give you your real hair back. And the best part? Bosley's permanent solution is protected by the Bosley Guarantee. Let Bosley show you for free how awesome your hair could look with an absolutely free information kit and a gift card for $250 off. Text CURVE to 200-300. That's CURVE to 200-300.
The Dell Technologies Black Friday and July event has arrived with limited quantity deals on top tech to power any passion. Save on select XPS PCs and more powered by the latest Intel Core processors. Plus, get savings on select monitors and accessories, free shipping, and monthly payment options with Dell Preferred Account. Save today by calling 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. Offered to U.S. residents by WebBank, who determines qualifications for and terms of credit.
At Taco Bell, we like to keep mornings simple because before 11 a.m., you're not down for whatever.
No.
You're not interested in trying new things.
No.
You want a breakfast that's toned down and delicious, like the Breakfast Crunch Wrap with fluffy eggs, sausage, melty cheese, and a crispy hash brown and a grilled tortilla.
I want to eat that.
See? You may not be a morning person, but it's morning, and you're a person. Taco Bell breakfast, served until 11 a.m. At participating Taco Bell stores during breakfast hours only while supplies last.
The Dell Technologies Black Friday and July event has arrived with limited quantity deals on top tech to power any passion. Save on select XPS PCs and more powered by the latest Intel Core processors. Plus, get savings on select monitors and accessories, free shipping, and monthly payment options with Dell Preferred Account. Save today by calling 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. Offered to U.S. residents by WebBank, who determines qualifications for and terms of credit.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is